Hi guys, Anne in Paris, still in Paris, and thank God for that. I've been using the internet, and on Google I have found a great place called the International, excuse me, the International Nuremberg Principals Academy. Now, I want to put my complaint, I want to carbon copy rather my complaint through that to get the ball rolling. I'm taking action against the Australian government for criminal negligence. But I have just found that it's in Germany. Now, the problem with that is I need to take action in person for some of this because, it's a monstrous case. I'm representing myself and I'm not sure where to start. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm Googling a lot of information right now. I've been listening to a speech from Karim, who is a prosecutor at the International Criminal Court, and he's brilliant, guys. He's brilliant. But the International Criminal Courts are in the Netherlands, I've just found out, and I'm not going to go there either. I'm here in Paris. I don't understand why all these great places for us to exercise our human rights and get justice are out of Paris. Now, in Paris, number one tourism in the world. Over 200 million visitors just for the Eiffel Tower, and a child sex trafficking epidemic, ladies and gentlemen. But it's beyond my comprehension how all these courts are out of Paris and out of France. So if you want to take action in person, you've got to go there. Now, I'm not in a position to move. I'm carrying a very heavy trolley around. It's taken me a very long time to get these resources that I've purchased through donations. And my best chance of communication right now with these courts, because I'm taking action against the Australian government for criminal negligence on the grounds of treason and racial hatred. It's been going on for a long time. Now, I'm going to post a link as well. You can read all this on my website, but if you can look behind me, I'm pushing this enormous trolley. Have a look there. You see it parked just behind the divvy van. And I'm not in a position to take this. Let me just cross the road safely here. I'm in front of the Ministry of Interior. I'm not in a position to take this enormous trolley to the Netherlands or Germany to take action against the Australian government. It just so happens that the courts that I need to deal with are all out of this country. Now, have a look behind here. Number 7, you see the 2 blue doors? There's a hairdresser here where I sleep, this hairdresser. If you have a look on the doorstep, I sleep on that doorstep, right there, on the black mat. You can see that. Sometimes I get wet when it's raining, so I go around the corner, this hairdresser here. And right next door, that's number 7. That number 7 there, it's an empty room, 2 big blue doors. It adjoins the Ministry of Interior, and the police are using it. Of course, this place is funded by the government, taxpayers, and the police are using it to store rubbish bins. Here it is here. You see? 2 great doors there. It's an empty room that could be used to house someone like me. It's one room. There's no furniture. Now, you can easily block the back wall so that there's no entry from this room to the Ministry of Interior. You can see the 2 blue doors. It's number 7. And at the moment, it's housing rubbish bins. And it's also a storage room. But it's the size of a large bedroom. And if you block the back wall with the same brick cement here, that's on the outside, there's no hope that I could access the Ministry of Interior. I'm going to ask Macron if he can open these doors and release it to me to use. I'm not asking to purchase it. I don't have any money, but I've been on the streets for almost 12 years actually, and counting, almost 12 years, because of the criminal negligence of the Australian government and a legal cross-reference that was carried over on a closed case in my name from Australia to Europe. Now, Germany are the head of Europe, but at the moment, Macron's in charge. He is the representative on top. So I'm going to ask him, which I'm going to post the email online on my website, gelicrisio.wordpress.com. I'm going to ask him, there are the 2 blue doors there, that's number 7. You see that? And these are my trolleys. I'm going to ask him if he can get the rubbish bins out of there. The rubbish bins don't need a home, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Interior is enormous. It takes the entire block, and they've got rubbish bins that they draw out of another door on the other side of the street. And there's plenty of room to put these bins there and open this room for me. And all the government has to do is just block the back wall and allow me to live in it. I will organise my furniture. I'm not sure that there's even electricity in there. I don't care. It's better than sleeping outside with these two trolleys on this hairdresser's doorstep. You can see how small it is. And I'm here because this is the only place where I can get Wi-Fi from this restaurant there across the road that gives it to me. I'm going to try and take you there in a minute. I've just got to be careful because of the positioning of the Ministry of Interior. It's very close to where I sleep, and the problem is, you know, this is all blocked off for parking. Of course, police cars have to park here. So I was virtually on the road. Now, this is a restaurant that helps me with Wi-Fi, and I need to sleep here because my support base is here. She also helps me with food at the end of the day when she's got extra. This woman here, you see that restaurant? This corner restaurant there, right at the corner, it's very dark, I don't know if you can see it, they give me free coffee. So, and this is the Ministry of Interior right behind me, the entrance door. So guys, I mean, they've got 2 blue doors there that they're housing rubbish bins in, and the rubbish bins don't need that much room, and they certainly don't need a home all by themselves. They don't need a bed to sleep in, and they don't need to close the doors, and they don't need roof over their head. Now, you can argue that the contents in the bin are probably secretive documents. They've got shredders, but you can also argue that on the other side of the Ministry of Interior, where they pull out the other bins, there is an even bigger storage to put these bins with the other ones and open this for me to live in. Because I need an office to do my work. This is full of evidence of child sex trafficking, these 2 trolleys, okay? I'm not a hoarder. It's not rubbish. And I haven't been able to process it because I've got nowhere to do my work. And these resources that I'm using to talk on right now, I'm very, very lucky to have had. And the reason I've got them is because I've been shaking the tin, asking people for their spare change, and I've been saving all that money to buy these resources, and I purchased them not that long ago. I've been without them for a very long time. Now, I wanted to go back to the International Criminal Court is in the Netherlands, and this great place I just found, which is basically an academy for international human rights, is in Germany. I've mentioned that before. So I don't know how I'm going to reach those courts here from Paris, and I don't want to leave Paris like this. I mean, I've got no money to go anywhere. I don't even have the money to go home to Australia, and I want to. But I can't make that decision with no money, and I'm not going to go like this because this is injustice. I'm certainly not going to go there as a homeless woman. I need to update my passports, my identification. Everything's out of date. I've been on the streets for almost 12 years, and I can't even reach the criminal courts now, the international criminal courts, or any other place that would take my complaints for a breach of human rights on an international level against the Australian government. It is a case of treason on the grounds of negligence, criminal negligence, excuse me. I'm a bit distracted because I have to watch the cars. I'm almost on the road, and I want to show you the trolleys behind and the blue door, what I'm talking about there. That blue door, it's empty, it's housing rubbish bins, it's an empty room. But anyway, so I've just found out that the courts I need to access are, you know, not even here in Paris. They're in another EU member state, and I can't get to them with no money on the streets. And, you know, certainly I won't even get in dressed like this. I'm in rags, guys. I've been outside for a long time. So anyway, I'm going to continue this video. I'm trying to cut it short. But if anyone would like to suggest anything else that I can do, I am going to communicate online. I'm lucky I've got these resources. I'm going to use the fax system by faxing my documents online. Email is great, and that's probably as much as I can afford to do for free, and we'll just take it from there. So I'm going to leave it here, and I'll keep you posted, you guys. I'm posting everything on my new website, which is WordPress for now, because these apps will do this website quite well. It's gelicrisio.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Ciao for now.